Shark Game here, coming at you with another episode from my car. And they say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. But I say men lie, women lie, but actions and intent don't. Now, there's a lot of guys out here that I hear complain about how women lie to me all the time, and I have good morals and she don't, and she did me wrong, and they be whining and complaining. They be looking for the perfect, quote, quote, perfect girl, the girl that they can take home to mom, and mom will like her, and that'll make her really happy, and they can have grandkids, and I hear guys talking like this all the time. But women really, they don't really lie to you. You just can't see the signs. Because, see, the body never lies. See, this is why you have to study body language. Study facial expressions. See, the body never lies. See, the intent and the actions might throw you off. You might not know her intent. The actions can lead you astray, because a lot of women will treat you nice for a short period of time until they get what they want, and then they cut you off and move on. But the body never lies. See, sometimes there's this old saying, some people will say, you got to look deep before you leap. See, sometimes you got to look what's behind the actions, which is the intent. Is she doing this because she wants to get to know me? Is she doing this because she's running game? Is she doing this because she's looking for a certain response out of me? So, and just because a woman sleeps with you, just because a woman tells you what you want to hear at the right time, that doesn't mean very much. Because, see, in today's time, people have gotten very clever, especially women. See, in certain environments, like let's take the job environment, for example. The person that's screwing you over is hiding in plain sight. So in other words, if things are starting to get a little crazy at your job, or maybe crazy in your household, you be thinking that, hey, the manager's passing down all this information and he's losing his mind. He's working the shit out of us at work. Or you thinking that if you're at home, you're thinking that the reason why your spouse is giving you a hard time is because, they up the ante. They raise the expectations. No, a lot of times somebody put a bug in your spouse's ear, which could be her mama, or some outside influence, friends, family, somebody else. That's where it's coming from. These new ideas, these new expectations, all this brand new, activities that she wants to do all of a sudden, but she never liked it before, but now it's cool. And if you're at the job, it's not the manager that's screwing you over. It's the supervisor that's screwing you over. So people have gotten good at hiding in plain sight. So, I say all that to say that women ultimately don't lie. They tell you who they are when they open their mouths. They tell you who they are when it comes to their body, because their body don't lie. Just watch where the feet goes. That's going to tell you what's most important to them. Like, for example, if a woman tells you she missed you, but then you say, okay, what you doing this weekend? Or what you doing tomorrow night? Or what you doing tonight? And she says, hey, oh, I'm busy. I got something else to do. Well, she don't miss you that much. She don't miss you enough. Because if she really missed you, she would make plans to come and see you as soon as possible. So women aren't lying to you. They're not. They're just talking. And talk is cheap. That's what they used to say back in the day when I was growing up. Talk is cheap. Watch your mouth when you speak. So women aren't really lying to you. You know, all you have to do is just be aware of what they're saying and what they're doing, and look deep before you leap. And you got to look at what's behind their actions, the intent, what it's all about. Where does it stem from? That's what you have to look at. That's what you have to be conscious of. You know, because, you know, a lot of guys always say that, you know, women will say almost anything to get what they want. Of course. Of course they're going to say what it takes to get what they want. Of course. A lot of women don't really have a choice. You're dealing with average thinking women here. You're not dealing with the cream of the crop. Most women that you run into, they're just average. They're not the cream of the crop. They're not like your grandmother, or they're not like your mother, depending on how old your mother may be. If your mother is 66 and above, that's a different type of woman. These women today are not bred like that. They're not built like that. They're not raised like that. So for you as a man to expect a woman that's similar to your grandparents and your great-grandparents, I think you're going to disappoint yourself, my friend. I think that's a mistake. If you can find a woman that's at least half of what your grandparents and your great-grandparents was, consider that to be a great accomplishment. As a matter of fact, if you decide to settle down with a woman, and if y'all stay together 10, 15, 20 years, consider that to be a great accomplishment, my friend. Because in this day and time, a lot of women are kind of living in a fairy tale world. You know, it's kind of like when things are going well, everyone wants to join in. Everyone wants to join the party. Everyone wants to have a good time. As soon as things start going south, as soon as problems start to come in, the average woman, the average person wants to find a way out, because that's when things become uncomfortable, you know, and people are being conditioned to be this way. As soon as you start having some type of financial problems, especially when the kids come in, especially when you start buying too much shit, because a lot of people make the mistake, they start putting stuff on credit, and knowing that they can't really afford to make the monthly payments. And as soon as some financial hardships start coming in, most women, they're looking to bail out. They're looking for another guy if they have the option to do it. And if they have another option to get with another guy, 9 times out of 10, if she got with you because you were a provider, there's a good chance she's going to leave you, my friend. That's just what it is. Now, if she got with you due to other conditions, maybe she was into you. she's probably not going to go anywhere because you're going to make it very difficult for her to leave. If her feelings is attached along with you being a good provider. Maybe you were her first pick. I don't know. But if she got with you because you were a provider, and if she got with you because you were probably a pretty decent guy, nice guy, but she wasn't really into you. 9 times out of 10, if things get uncomfortable, she's going to be looking elsewhere. So you should not be surprised. You should not be shocked. You should just, hey, take it for what it is. You know, we had a good run. You know, you probably got some kids out of the deal. And, you know, just learn from it and move on. But what I can tell you is a lot of older women, when they get older, they're not trying to leave empty-handed, especially if they don't have any options. Because when women get older, they tend to not age well. They tend to pick up weight. And they tend not to be financially able to take care of themselves. So, you know, just keep in mind that you have to study people. You have to study women. And if you see the signs are there. Women are going to say almost anything to get what they want. This is America. What do you think? This is, part of being in America is to sell a dream. That's why most people came here, because they got sold a dream. They got sold the American dream. And the American dream, my friend, is a lie. And that's what it is. So women, ultimately, at the end of the day, they never lie. They tell you who they are. They tell you what it is. You just aren't listening well enough. You just aren't paying attention because you aren't consciously aware of what's going on and who you're dealing with, my friend. That's all it is. So you have to study people. You have to understand how people function in society. And once you're able to socialize with people and engage and build rapport with people and understand how people function, everything else will be much easier. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel, share this video, check out my website for all the gear, shirts, bags, cups, my books, Love Can't Wait, The Chicken's Guide to Having Women Beg for You, Sex, Lust, and Lies, which can also be found on Amazon.com. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.